Okay, so it's 2021, yay! Time for a quick setup of my bullet journal for this year. And can I just say I really love how thick the pages of this bullet journal I have for this year are, and the leather cover is really soft, and I just really like it. And like I've said before, and if you're interested in winning one exactly like this, with a custom cover page that I have designed for you, head over to my 13 Days of Giftmas giveaway, which is going to be extended through February 2021, since the videos ended up going so late. Because, December sort of went downhill really quickly for me. It was like one last hurrah from 2020. I'm definitely ready for it to be over. But anyway, I'll get back on track this month, I promise, and no one wants to hear about my woes, so let's get back to the bullet journal. So here, as you've seen, I'm starting off with the cover page for my bullet journal using my Pilot Parallel pens and the little tubes of mixable ink that I have. I've been fairly obsessed with these lately, so stay tuned for a possible video in the future if you're interested. And this was actually me testing to see if this ink bleeds through the pages. In last year's bullet journal, anytime that I tried to use a dip pen for some pages, it bled through and made a real mess on the backside. So they were basically unusable. However, with this test, it seems like it's not going to bleed, which is fantastic. These pages are thick enough that it's not going to be a problem, though further testing will likely be required. I'm not making an index this year. I've never ever used it to look back at bullet journal pages in all the years I've been journaling, so I've decided it's just wasted pages. Maybe by the end of the year I'll feel differently, but this year is sort of an experiment. So instead, next I am doing my standard legend, defining what all of my markings will be in the book and what they mean. I rarely refer to this when I'm actually filling out my journal since I know what all my markings mean, but it's a useful reference to have in case you have a brain hiccup and forget. And of course, since we all know that I'm totally obsessed with quotes, I added one to this page from Orson Swett Marden: "A good system shortens the road to the goal." I tried to do my legend in rainbow this year instead of just picking one color, and I used my Pentel brush pens for that. After that is my page of New Year's resolutions, and here I'm using my green Ohuhu metallic brush pen. I originally bought the set of metallic brush pens in order to use the white that came with it in my white stuff comparison video, which I realize I keep talking about and I haven't actually posted yet, because there's a lot of footage to edit, and every time I try to go and edit it, I get discouraged and stop. So that's gonna be coming soon, I promise. I really need to get on that. But anyway, since I did that comparison, I found that the colored ones actually write very nicely on both light and dark surfaces, so I've been using them more often. Next to that is my 2021 calendar overview, which I started 2 lines too low. You'll see as I'm writing out the months, I'll have to squeeze on the bottom row of calendar numbers for October, November, and December. And some of them I'll have to double up days. I'm not sure what happened. I must have just counted the squares wrong when I was working on it. For the headers for each calendar month, I highlighted first with my zebra mild liners for the most part, with the exception of a few additions so the 10-pack I have actually stretched into covering 12 months. And then all we have left is the future log, which is just a few columns separated out for each month. I usually do 3 columns per page, and since this journal is 27 squares wide, each column is 9 squares wide, and that works out perfectly. As each month progresses and I choose a color, I'll highlight the month name in that color so I know which color is what for the year. Last year I went through in the beginning of the year when I did the actual layout for this spread and chose the color for each month then, but I ended up changing quite a few of them, so I decided this year I'd just use whatever color I felt like as I went along and not worry about figuring it all out now. And yeah, that's it for the setup. I know, super short and sweet, no extraneous pages. I don't tend to use the memories pages and things like that, so I decided to skip them this year. Who knows, maybe I'll miss them and want to add them back in for 2022. In the meantime, Happy New Year, everyone. May this one be far better than the last, and I'll see you Sunday for my January setup.